live at the Dunedin History Museum. Good morning, Dunedin!
Live, on location from delightfully different Dunedin. Featuring Justin Cataccio. With Caitlin Hart. Live music every week. Highlighting local artists and people in the know. This is Good Morning Dunedin.
Good morning, Dunedin. I'm your host, Justin Cataccio, and I'm here with Caitlin Hart, Vinnie Luisi, David Knupp, and the rest of the DunedinTV crew. And today we're going to talk about the Dunedin History Museum. Caitlin, how you doing out there?
I've been great. I'm glad to be back with everybody. So today I also have with me Dunedin History Museum Executive Director Vinnie Luisi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, glad to be here on off deck of our great new museum.
I'd also like to welcome the museum gift shop staff right behind us. Say hello. So what's been happening here at the Dunedin Museum over the past couple months?
Well, first of all, we're so glad you guys came down to be live here at the museum. Again, we're live at the museum. We're opened up. This is our second week that we've opened up. I do want to mention that, as you can see, everybody here, we're following city and state precautions. Everybody wears masks. Everything is sterilized. We ask our visitors to come in with a mask. If not, we have mine, a little surgical mask for $1. For the month of June, to get everybody back, we're doing a free admission for the full month of June for everybody to just get familiar with the museum again. And then we sanitize the museum after our guests leave, and they're welcome to use hand wipes and cleaners. So we're following all the guidelines. Even groups are allowed, but we space them out with the 6-foot rule, and we do the reservations so that we don't have too many people in here at a time.
Guys, you guys have like all the tapes and everything.
We have the lines, formations. If you're buying something at the gift shop, we have 6-foot spacing so that no one gets close. We're very cautious about that because we just want to make everybody safe in Dunedin.
Well, that's awesome.
I heard there is a
sidewalk sale.
Can you tell me a little bit about
Yes,
that?
well, I'll tell you what. I have my gift shop ladies. They're the ones. It's a tremendous, again, museum's been closed. We're looking at various fundraisers. We're going to talk about a couple, and the first one is this sidewalk. Ladies, if you'll talk a little bit. Patty, tell us about that.
Thanks, Vinny. Hi, I'm Patty, and we are going to have a great sidewalk sale. It's going to be June the 20th, which is a week from tomorrow, and it's from 11 to 3. There'll be all sorts of wonderful finds and fun stuff to buy, BUI, so come on down and check us out. Saturday the 20th from 11 to 3. And now I'm going to give you to Sue.
Yes, I also heard you guys have a telethon coming up as well.
Yes, we do. The following Saturday, the 27th of June, we have a telethon for membership. It's from 1 to 5, and it'll be live on DunedinTV and Facebook. So we're doing some special things. So if we can get 100 members, Vinnie Luisi, our director, will put on a kilt and do a jig.
So what are some ways people can help or donate? Where's the
Well,
telethon?
thank you. I was going to say, it's we have lots of things. Our artist Steve, who does the oranges all over the community, will do a little bit of history about our first general stores, Douglas Somerville and Mr. Jones, the two fighting off who got the best competition. And again, a lot of interactive. We have the Dunedin Times where you can sit down, look up family history, school history, family history about things in your neighborhood. It goes from 1924 to 1964, and you can do all the research you want. Come into the second room, and we focused it on outside activities and sea. The biggest thing we know, Dunedin's right on the waterfront, and we wanted to show the history of Caladesi Island, which is over here, and Myrtle Betts, our famous person. Her book, Yesteryear I Lived in Paradise, a great book. I call it a little bit like Little House in the Prairie meets Florida. It's a great reading book. We sell it here at the gift shop. And of course, a famous person here was the pram, international pram, known all over the world. Local resident Clarkie Mills developed it, sold it for the rights at the Optimist Club, gave it the rights free, so every child could build a boat without have to paying for it. So this is one of the original 12 that Clarkie built for Dunedin. It is the only original one from the 1950s that we were able to save from the city. We talk about our original hotels, pioneer families. We talk about some of the sailing history with the boat club and the yacht club.
Every day.
Behind us as we walk, we talk about some people that people don't even know lived here in Dunedin, such as Dr. Blatchley. Willis Blatchley was known all over the world, ethnology. He wrote 28 books on the history all over the world, plant life, insects. He's the one that lived at the house in the corner of Weaver Park that's there now with the caretaker. That was his house, that was his home, now on the National Register. Our sports, everything from the Toronto Blue Jays to golf and tennis. Donald Roebling with the alligator tank, where we do talk about that, where they use Caladisi for testing before they sent the alligator tank with the Marines to go over to the Pacific for Iwo Jima and Guadalcanal. This room we're finishing up is our oral history. I feel very important about this. This is a push-button room where you talk and press buttons and listen to former members of the community and what life was like in Dunedin. We're doing a major project on the African-American community and the history of their community in Dunedin and what things in our life was like at that time. So we're redoing that part of it. This room was the original, again, train station from 1924. All of this is the original train station. When we redid this museum, we did not touch any of the rooms. This building is intact for historic preservation reasons. We laid the exhibits on top of the original walls, so everything is the same. This right here were our ticket windows, where you would get your tickets and passages. Again, our artist Steve, who does the oranges, did the murals, so if you were looking at it, that's what the train station would have looked like from the opposite side. And of course, oranges. Dunedin's history, famous citrus history, everywhere from the early 1880s up to the 1960s, early life in Dunedin and how it was developed with the citrus industry and the various families, the Skinner, the Douglas, the McClung family, all the famous families. Dunedin had over 90% at one time of Dunedin covered by orange orchards. So it's a major part of our history of Dunedin. Over here we have on this section is our railroad history and our citrus concentrate history, where Coca-Cola is at this time. You're allowed, as I said, lots of interactive push buttons. Read one, change it. For those who remember the old game of concentration, you answer the question, and part of the picture comes up, and guess what the picture is. So I'm not going to tell you. You have to come and do it. So
All right, Vinny.
About citrus industry and railroad.
Thank you for that little tour
So we've got
of the
so
Dunedin
much
History
here.
Museum. Thanks, Vinny. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to set sail into this pirate exhibit. Yo ho ho!
Hi, I'm Greg Bryant. Question for you. How well do you know your elected officials?
And so just civics was giving back, getting involved, providing service. It was kind of in my DNA, through my upbringing.
Question. I unwillingly came from Florida in high school.
Coffee with the Commission.
Ahoy, mateys! We have just dropped anchor in this pirate exhibit here at the Dunedin History Museum. I'd like to welcome David to the show to talk about this new exhibit here. David, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Dunedin's pirate history. Were pirates ever in Dunedin?
Probably not. However, pirates were kind of a part of Florida's history. When most people are thinking about pirates, they are thinking about the golden age of piracy, which lasted from about 1650 to 1730. All of your best known pirates are from this period of time. You have people like Blackbeard, William Kidd, Anne Bonny. And so the name of the exhibit, Pirates, Short Life and a Merry One, is actually based on a quote from Bartholomew Roberts, who was comparing his life as a pirate to his life as a sailor. And there's really a major disconnect between what people think about pirates, because 99% of pirates were actually
Can you tell
sailors.
us a little bit about what we're seeing here?
Sure. So we have several interactive components that allow people to... So right there you're seeing a letter of marque, which is actually a legal document from a king or a queen that allowed pirates to legally prey on other ships.
Really? That's odd. Interesting. So they were like a navy, pirate navy for
basically
some, like the Spanish or.
Usually it was the English that were preying on Spanish ships. Spain had a monopoly on colonies in the Caribbean and Central and South America, so England would send pirates to steal silver from them.
Okay. And this looks like a nautical knot tying station.
Yeah, knot tying was an important skill for sailors to have, and because pirates were sailors, they needed to know those things.
Okay. So what was your inspiration for this exhibit?
Well, you know, I actually studied piracy in general in grad school, and so I kind of wanted to bring that experience to the museum and to kind of bust some of the myths that surround piracy.
Okay. And is this a traveling exhibit, David? Is this one of those exhibits that you're hoping to send out?
We are hoping to, yes. This will be the second exhibit that we're hoping to send out.
Great.
And hopefully we can put it together and package it so other museums can use it.
Right. And, okay, well, let's go back. Is there any more clipped footage of the exhibit, Seth, that you want to maybe pull up? So, there's no Dunedin pirates.
No Dunedin pirates.
Okay.
Real quick, the legend of gold of Caladesi Island.
Okay, yeah. Is there a legend of gold off of Caladesi Island?
There is a legend of gold off of Caladesi Island. We don't know if it's true or not. So it wasn't included in the exhibit. Basically, I believe it was American naval ships were chasing a ship that had treasure on it, and it was supposedly buried on Caladesi Island. We're not sure if that's true, though.
Well, I'll keep looking. Yeah. And this is a cool cannon you made?
Yeah, this actually shows the interior components of a cannon and how it would be loaded. And it actually fires every minute or so. It shoots a little puff of safe interior smoke.
Oh, there's a shot right over our shoulder.
Yes,
look, it's
right
smoking
there.
right now.
It'll go off.
Yeah. Okay, so what else? How about this guy? I feel like I've seen this guy.
This is actually a depiction of Blackbeard, who was a very famous pirate and who was eventually stopped by the British Navy.
By one of these things, maybe.
So you have some pretty common pirate weapons. Pirates didn't really use cutlasses. Hunting swords and katos were kind of the arms of the day.
And this is a scrubbing the decks little thing?
So even pirates had to do chores on the ship. and you can actually feel what it was like to seal a ship with untwisted rope, which was known as oakum.
Is that a tar hemp?
It was basically hemp that had been soaked in tar, yeah.
And this is this little treasure chest.
Yes.
And above it says, how much treasure did pirates bury?
Yes.
And this is none.
There was none, no. Pirates spent their treasure, they did not bury it.
All right. So, is there anything else you'd like to add, Dave?
Well, the exhibit will be at the museum until December. We are, welcoming small groups in now, so we're keeping safe, and we hope other people do too.
Good. Yeah, and as you see, we're wearing masks. Mine keeps falling down, but it's a cool pirate one. So when you do come to the museum, there's masks available and all that. So great. Well, thanks for coming on the show, David.
Thank you for having me.
And Vinny, I see you over there. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to ready your family, your home, your storm supplies, and your emergency plan. Know your evacuation zone and determine now where your nearest shelter will be. Having a plan and supplies in place now will help lessen the financial and emotional impact when a storm hits. For complete information on hurricane preparedness, please visit either the county's website, pinellascounty.org/emergency, or the city's website, dunedingov.com.
Welcome back to Good Morning Dunedin Live. Today's hidden talents come from viewer submissions. Let's take a look.
This is your cousin?
This is a family friend. Yes, she was juggling. I saw this posted. I'm like, ooh, you have to send this to me. He's really good at juggling. This one is my cousin. Yes. Pretty good at the hula hoop, Justin. Like you got some competition going for you.
I do. She is really good. That clip went on for like 5 minutes. And this, I think, is kind of a trick.
All right. Well, those submissions were definitely some great talents. And these kids sure know how to keep up with you, Justin. Might have to step your game up.
That is for sure.
Let's keep the submissions coming
yes,
in.
please keep sending your submissions in. $2, yeah, that's good. And so we would like to thank everybody for tuning in. And again, you can follow Good Morning Dunedin on Instagram and Facebook, as well as watch us on Dunedin TV and live on Facebook at 10:30 on Fridays. So yeah, Shiver Me Timbers. Great show, everybody. Please continue to be kind to one another. And let's go listen to some classical guitar music from Harry Steinman.